not interject, even if it's negative coming out. You need to some way look at the negative that's coming out and see how we can generate this into a positive. But you have to be a willing listener. Listen.
Anything else you would add to that?
That's all.
Perseverance, consistency, and
Effective
listening.
listener. You have to.
I was in meetings where you would be able to direct people who were so negative at times, and you would be able to steer a community meeting with close to 40, 50, 60, sometimes 80 people. You would steer that meeting, let's say, and I remember vividly you saying, we're not here for that.
No,
We're not here for that. How do you manage or balance being respectful, but also getting your agenda accomplished?
and a lot of times when you have that, people just have so much on the platter that they want to get out, get out. But we're not going to accomplish anything if we try to be, disfragment all over.
Yes.
So I hear you, but right now this is what y'all want. This is the agenda that was given, and we're going to stay focused on that. And we're going to park it, and we're going to come back to it.
Okay.
And so a lot of times I hear you, I understand. I ain't have that silver spoon. I stay in the same neighborhood too. You share those experiences.
Exactly.
I'm in the same boat with you, but we're just in different neighborhoods.
Exactly.
So, as long as you let them know, I understand, but we only can accomplish so much and keep it target. And that's, you don't have a good meeting if you're all over the place. Somebody have to have the mantle and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, we got to stay focused here.
We talked about, and I'm framing these so I remember them for myself. We talked about perseverance, consistency, listening, focusing on the agenda that's created by the residents.
One more thing.
What else would you add?
Passion. Being an organizer, you have to have the passion to do it. You have to love the people, because organizing don't pay your money.
Yep.
So it's not a lucrative salary. You have to love what you do, and you love the people. Everybody ain't gonna love you back. And you're going to hear some negative stuff, and they're going to tell you where to go and how to go. But I don't let that bother me. That's only because of frustration and struggles. But you have to do the best you can. Have a passion for what you do. If you don't have the passion, get out of the business.
We talked about perseverance, consistency, listening, passion. I think I missed one other thing in there. I want to talk about something that I find fascinating. As a community organizer, you have to know your role and your place within the ecology of the community. We have our police department, we have our elected officials, we have development corporations, we have the executive director, we have our funders, we have our agencies and anchor institutions. How should a community organizer see him or herself within that ecology? Are they the main voice of the community? Are they a part of the voice? Do they have a louder voice than the elected officials? Because if they're out there every day, maybe the elected officials is more focused on passing policy at City Hall. Maybe that community organizer will feel that I'm really representing the people. I mean, how should a community organizer view his or herself in the work that they do?
Well, I look at all those entities that you just mentioned as part of the relationship, partners. They all have a piece of this puzzle to either make it happen, because you're an elected official and we put you in a position to do some things, or say how we're going to make this happen. But everyone is a relationship that you build with each one of them, have meetings with those partners, and let them know what your agenda is. After I gather information from the residents, I go to the partners. So we have the business meetings.
That's right.
We get with the business, with the police coming in, the elected official, if he can come, the city, DPI and all them. This is the issue. How are we going to rectify this? I give it to them. This is it within your power. If there's garbage, we're short of a garbage cart. DPW, come on.
That's right. Get them involved.
We had sewers up and down the alleys, up and down North Avenue, filled with dirt with plant coming out.
Wow.
DPW, what's up with this? Come on.
And you get out to them and say, get over here.
Right, and had the alderman to look at it, and DPW come out there, and I have to say, I had good relationship with them all. Raggedy houses where you had people just going in there trying to rig up electricity, where we
Yeah.
found mothers and kids in there.
Yeah.
Safety hazard, could
Yeah.
you know, things like that. Get them to board up the
Mhm.
houses. You know
Yep,
what I'm
yep.
saying? And then also, you know, the police. Let's get plain clothes in there and watch these drug dealers.
That's right. Our police are very important.
Right. Police is very important, and you know, I don't care how you look at it. You need them just like they need you.
Yep.
So it's a partnership, and that's what it is.
I know we're wrapping this up. I want to talk a little bit about you're a woman of faith.
Yes.
You have a beautiful church. For those you don't know, can you give a plug for your church? What's the
Greater
name?
Mount Sinai Church and God in Christ on 60th and Custard. If you want to come out, we're at 5384 North 60th Street. We are a community church.
An amazing church doing some great work. I know the West Lawn community is making
We are
some
partners with West Lawn,
tremendous progress.
and we out in the streets.
That's right, out in the community. That's the
I'm the
important.
outreach coordinator.
Is there a role, and this is a two-part question. First of all, is there a role for faith, and specifically for the church within community organizing? And then two, how has faith played a role in your work as a community organizer? So once again, what role is it for the church in community organizing, and then how has faith played a role in the work that you do as a community organizer?
Okay, going to your first question, I was a MICA congregation organizer. And I think I got to wake up with some of our churches, and I went through every denomination you could think
I
of.
can imagine.
And I'm seriously, people call churches the sleeping giants.
Yeah.
And I understand why, because I challenged this one particular pastor when the economy flipped, and I wanted his church to be a part of living wages and some other, the 53206, which that church was a part of.
Yes.
And he didn't want to be a part of it. And I said to him, if I go in your neighborhood and I say, ABC Church, Baptist Church is over here, and what are some of the things they've done? And if that resident say, ABC Church who? That tells me you ain't did nothing in this community.
That's right.
And a lot of churches are not out in the community. They don't even know, they haven't took the puff that the people that's in your church
That's
are
right.
being affected outside that door.
That's right.
And they don't even know that.
That's right.
And they don't want to know that.
I like those two terms there. You said sleeping giant, and they're not taking the pulse. I am sometimes amazed at the number of churches in my past 15 years of community organizing, 17 years of community organizing, at least being involved in some capacity, where the churches just have not, and we have hundreds, thousands of them. And it's been difficult for us because I think throughout the city of Milwaukee, we want to see the churches involved and we want to connect with them. And to me, they're a resource. And the resource could be meeting space, could be programs and initiatives. I do want to give a shout out to a lot of our churches in the near West Side, Redeemer Lutheran, Our Savior's Lutheran Church. You guys are doing some amazing work. St. Paul's Lutheran. I'm trying to name all of them, but you guys are amazing. But a lot of communities don't get that.
No, it's really hard. I said, going in some of the churches is just like pulling the impact wisdom too. You ever had that? But you know, I would have never believed if I had to went through some of them doors.
Yes.
And I went through those doors trying to talk about this, and I tell you, it takes faith to even deal with people. Yes, it does. You know, I have to sometimes think, are we in the same
religion
for the people? But churches are revolving doors. They see everybody.
Yeah, that's true. But I will say, not necessarily in the defense of the churches, but I know that a lot of times they see themselves as having a different mission, and plus, they have to deal with a lot of the issues that maybe the community organizations don't deal with. You know, whether it's people come to them for rent money or coming to the pastors for marriage counseling. There's a lot of stuff that they, so I don't, let's say, not saying defense of them, but I know they deal with certain things, and we appreciate those churches that are doing the great work in this community. Let's just talk about that second part of that question. How has faith played a role in the work you do as a community organizer?
Faith has played a big part with especially compassion for the people. It's like inside the church, that's fine. Everyone's fine. But Jesus himself didn't even stay in no church. He was out in the street, and he was out there where it was really rough and tough. And somebody have to be on that battlefield
Mm-hmm.
to deal and not be scared
Mm-hmm.
and to talk and be real. That's
That's
the
right.
other thing. We're not real.
That's right.
Don't camouflage anything because people will read you like a book.
That's right.
Come real honest, and I was really genuine and honest with the people, not with a silver spoon. I didn't come in there with suits and stuff on.
Mhm.
I let them know I came off welfare. I
Mhm.
understand your struggle. I had kids.
Mm-hmm.
I know how it is to go to school and not have the money, get debt and stuff like that. I'm with you. We
Wow.
just trying to better each other. So when you share,
Yes.
you can say testimony or share your journey or your story, then people look at you a lot different.
They open up a little bit.
They
more
open up a
when
lot
you were able
more.
to be more
I
transparent.
was more transparent with them, and that's the thing. You have to be transparent.
That's another key one. As we wrap this up, and I'm sure I'm serious to wrap this up. Kathie, is there anything else that you would add out of this conversation? You covered a number of different things. I like everything that you've said so far. You've been really valuable, at least what I've seen with my work as community organizer. Is there anything else you would add to that list of being a better community organizer within the city of Milwaukee?
Everybody is a community organizer. If it don't mean nothing that you taking care of your own block,
That's right.
we need to go back to that village of people that we knew each other. I don't care if it's rental property or what. Get to know people in the neighborhood. I know it's bad, but still get to know your neighbors. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. We don't even check to see, especially the elderlies. I can tell you how many elderlies on my block,
Wow.
because I know, I go see them.
Wow.
But get to know the people in the community, because we all are organizers at one point or other. Or if we're not, it's like Paul, we are all missionary, and that's
right.
free.
Yep, that's true. We are speaking to the people.
Yes, that's right. Get out there in the street and come together
Mm-hmm.
in whatever is affecting our community. Let's come more together,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't do that.
We don't do that. Well, Kathie, I really appreciate this. This was an honor for me. I was glad that we were able to connect and really share this information. It's my goal to make sure that people who are interested in community organizers, interested in community organizing or interested in bettering their community, have some tools, and this is a platform, the way that I can do it.
And one thing before you
Oh,
close
go ahead. Go right
is
ahead.
that I have to say this about Keith. When I was an organizer, this man here was one of the best organizers. Not only with that, he would back it up when organizers wasn't even taking video. You put it
Yes.
on YouTube.
That's right.
We could see where the garbage was.
Yes.
He had it out there. I'm telling you, he was just the technology. He used it to his advantage. I
That's
should
right.
have used that. Hey, and use technology
Yes,
too.
exactly. I would say that
Yeah.
technology is a big deal. It's one of those things, even today as we talk, a lot of times I know people may not read, but if we can capture a video.
A picture is worth 1,000
yes,
words.
and then people can then say, now I'm learning more. So yes, well, thank you for that, because I really believe in
When
technology.
we had our night outs at District
Yep,
3,
yep,
you
that's
would
right.
video,
Yep,
everybody
yep.
get a chance to look at
Exactly,
it. So
that's true.
that's worth it.
That's true. I appreciate I'm going to have to put a link on that so you
Yeah.
can see those old videos
Yeah.
when YouTube first got started.
Yeah.
Kathie, I appreciate it, and
I
I wish
appreciate
you
being
the
here.
best of luck. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
I know you're doing great work here at Brown Deer High School, and I know wherever you go, if you're here or if you're any part of the world, you're going to be doing good work.
I'm
So
going to go
thank you,
back to my
Kathie.
dream job. That's
You-
organizing.
Get that community organizer.
Yes.
Well, you're already a community organizer.
Yeah, but
'Cause everyone's a community organizer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Still need to get paid.
Exactly, got that right. Need to get paid. Thank you, everyone, and thanks for watching this. And feel free, we'll do more of these videos of people who I believe really have the understanding of community organizing. So with that said, thank you, and I will see you in the next go around. Perfect.
It was